We're here with Marcus.
Marcus Lelo Aurelio.
Lelo Aurelio. All right, so Marcus, you had that fight in North Van as you were talking about.
Yeah.
And that hit YouTube, that 20-second spinning kick.
Yeah.
And that had like 1 million views or something like that. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's pretty intriguing because it's like finally the hard work that we've been pulling off in Capoeira to represent in MMA is coming out. You know, there's a few things that are starting to showcase in MMA, in the MMA world, right? And so, like, I'm pretty happy that there's an accomplishment, but there's a lot more tricks up my sleeve.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, and I know I can pull them off, but there's things that are restricting me right now from going into the fight. But you know.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is that I was talking with Marcus Vinicius,
yeah.
And he was telling me that he's really eager to have a top-level capoeirista show the world what capoeira is all about.
Yeah.
We've seen Aquiles Estremadura at the first battlefield, and he did amazing.
Yeah.
Now we have Cofiero on this one.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you guys are really coming up. All the capoeira schools finally starting to pay off.
Well, our group, right, specifically, you know, we showcase capoeira in all aspects, right? And, you know, and then a strong aspect that it has is martial arts, right? And we have to compete with the top guys of MMA also to represent capoeira as a martial art, right? Yeah. Every martial arts has its own representatives, and we feel like we're like pioneers of representatives of MMA for capoeira, right?
All right.
And that's something that's very important to us. So we get all our guys who've been training capoeira to start in and get in and showcase some of their skills, right? And again, it's a different concept. Even though it's a martial art, there's ritual, but MMA is a different world. But we showcase that capoeira can be an effective martial art.
All right. Now, one of the stereotypes that comes with capoeira is that it's a very fun dance and it's not. You don't take it seriously. But when there's guys like you knocking guys out in 20 seconds with moves they've never seen before, guys like Marcus coming in there and doing all these crazy moves, how do you feel? How do you see the future of capoeira?
Well, I see the thing is that, you know, from what I see, and I hope that it happens, is that, you know, like back 20 years ago, people didn't know what jiu-jitsu was, right? And then now you can see everybody trains jiu-jitsu, right? And eventually, at some point, everybody's going to try to train capoeira to work their kicks. They throw unorthodox. They throw off. We throw kicks in weird angles that nobody else can throw, right? And not saying that fully completes a fighter, but that adds to their abilities, right? So somebody who's good in the ground also has to learn how to stand up. But it's not just the boxing and the straight kicking. You got to do different angles to up your game, right? And so we kind of do the same thing. We incorporate our capoeira into MMA, and that's one of the most important things.
Totally agree with you. I mean, it's called mixed martial arts for a reason.
Exactly. You got to mix everything up, right? You got to know a little bit of everything, and you know, that's why the mea lua is kind of like a wake-up call. You know, I know a lot of people still like, oh, it's a fluke. That's why I'm so eager to go back.
Explain to them the mea lua is the name of the spinning kick that you were doing.
The mea lua is the name of the spinning kick that you guys see on YouTube. You know, it's got millions of views because most people don't believe that capoeira is an MMA, so they type it up and then they see something like that. It's like, oh wow, it can be. But lots of people are still like, oh no, that was a fluke. You don't never see that happening. It's like, oh, you know, but we're trying to go in there and trying to incorporate these things because that's our advantage in the whole MMA world, right? Is that we have this that nobody else has, right? And they don't know what to do about it, right? And so that's one of the advantages that we have. But, you know, it's a wake-up call. That's why I'm eager to go in there. We're trying to get more guys of our own crew to go in there and represent it and show different things. It's like, look, man, we're also up here, right? The capoeira is one of the most effective martial arts, too. And you have to start learning it. It's important. And the thing about capoeira is now you can't do 6 months and be good at it. You need to do for many years, right? It gives you flexibility, coordination, speed, power, right? Everything you pretty much need for your body to effectively destroy somebody, realistically.
Well, you sold me on it. Now, if there's anybody else that's watching this that wants to find out where they can learn capoeira in Vancouver and Victoria,
we got our main academy in downtown Vancouver, right at 45 West Hastings. We do capoeira every single day of the week. We also run MMA classes, Brazilian dance classes, Brazilian music classes, right? And we do that every day. Also in Victoria, we got in downtown Victoria too, 715 HC as Studio for Athletics, right? You guys can go in there. You guys can come down and spar. You can come down and train. We're down for anything, right? Either MMA or capoeira or flips, acrobatics, whatever you need, we're down for it.
Now, how about yourself? When do we get to see you in the octagon again?
The Vancouver Commission determined that I can't fight in amateur fights because due to my level of experience and that I fought pro already twice, they determined that I can't fight any more in amateur fights. So I'm waiting around until the city of Vancouver bypasses the law to legalize MMA, right? So until then, I'm waiting around to see. I signed up with Battlefield. I'm going to be waiting around until I hopefully can fight. I'm eager to go in there. I got lots of tricks, and I want to push them all into place and make sure that people don't say, oh, it was a fluke. No, it's like, you know, you see 2, 3 flukes, 4 flukes, it doesn't become flukes anymore, you know? It's something that's real now.
All right, well, we'll be watching you very closely. We'll look forward to that. There you go, Axel Capoeira Victoria. Thank you.